Hey Meeple people, how's it going? On today's video, we are going to be talking about a project that me and my wife have started. So we went around one day and just saw all the games that we have in our glorious game room. We love our game room. This is like our favorite place in the house. Maybe except bed. Bed is awesome. I love sleeping. But in this game room we have, I'm pretty sure, over 600 games. That's a lot of games, and we've even had more games in the past. We've gone over 1,000 games, just base games, not including expansions. But we went around and saw games that we haven't played in a while and could probably say we haven't touched that game in like a year, which is kind of like, ah. So, and we wanted to go ahead and pare down our games. We've constantly been paring down our games over the last year or two, going to bazaars and bringing less and less to those bazaar events. But also, we haven't been bringing in as many games. And if we've brought them in, we've tried to play them at least right away, so we don't have them just sitting on our shelf where they're going to just collect dust. So we went around and stickered or used a painter's tape on all of the games in our room, and we went ahead and tagged each individual one. If it had expansions, we left those alone. And we also didn't tag any games that we already knew we wanted to keep, that are already like, we both agreed without hesitation, like, yes, this is a game I want to keep. And we played a lot, and it's just a game that we both really enjoy. And so after going around the entire room, tagging all of our games, we gave ourselves 2 years from January 2024. So in January 2026, if there are any games with blue tags, we are gonna go ahead and just get rid of them. If we haven't played them in 2 years, that is a problem. Even some people watching this video might be like, 6 months or even a year is too long for it just sitting there. But we have a lot of games in here, and sometimes it get lost because then we acquire games. Like, let me show you these two. Yep, we got Her Story, and then we just got the new Ticket to Ride Legacy. So during this whole process, we're still getting games. Now we're getting them at a lot less of a frequency. There are times where my wife gets games within her job, and sometimes they're easy to be like, no, let's go ahead and pitch that, or hey, let's play that and see how that is. But then we also have store credit, our local game store, and there's that all possibility of like, oh, well, we have enough store credit just to buy us out and not, use any of our actual money to get those games. So we've definitely been taking in a lot less games, and our goal with this project is to, one, play all the games. And if we don't play all the games, and then figure out as we're playing the games if we want to keep it or get rid of it, then at the 2-year mark, if there are still games with stickers on them, then they just go. Because obviously they weren't a game that we prioritized enough for 2 years. 2 years is a crazy timeline to have a game just kind of sitting around. So after we play a game, we go ahead and rip off the sticker or rip off the tape, and we decide to get rid of it or keep it. But even if we are like, we really, we want to play it more, we played it once and the tape comes off. So it shows, hey, we've played this game. Maybe tonight let's play a game that we haven't pulled the tape off yet. So this is all a way to pare down our collection, but also play the games that we have. Make sure we have, like, we might have a game in here that we don't know about that is just the worst or is the best. And we like playing games, and we want to know our game room. We don't want games in our gaming space that are just sitting there taking up shelf space and just kind of cluttering around. We have a lot of games, and I'm pretty sure we will always have a lot of games. But if I at least have played them and know them and say, yeah, they stay, then having a bunch of games that just kind of, just gather and I don't play, and I'm like, oh, well, did I play that one or did I play this one? This is another way that we're using this project to just track. Like, you could use apps and stuff, but just that visual, physical representation of that tape on that game says, oh, immediately, like, I don't need to pull out my phone. I don't need to go on apps. and I could just say, we need to play this, or oh, we've played that one, so let's move on to something else that we want to play. I'm really excited. Sarah's really excited. We've already played a couple games so far, and actually both of them we got rid of. One was like an old historical game that had like knuckle bones, and then one was like a deep sea, Dark Seas from AEG. It was an older game, and that we've just played. And we're like, you know what, this is not really for us, so let's go ahead and bring this to another Board Game Bazaar or trade it on BGG and move it along because it's not something that we enjoy. And some of these games that we get rid of, yeah, games that we don't enjoy, oh well, or our tastes have changed and we just like to see them, be able to be moved along to others that do enjoy that, or just sell it off or donate it to Goodwill and maybe be a part of that story where someone's like, oh my gosh, I found this at Goodwill, or like sow the seeds of someone finding this game and then looking into all the other games within the hobby. And yeah, that would be an exciting thing to maybe not know of, but be a part of that process where someone gets into the hobby just because we donated some games to Goodwill. But yeah, so we're really excited. Let us know in the comments how you deal with acquisition of games, purging games, playing games. Does that game like go on a specific spot? Can it like you can't get any more games until you played that game? Or like, do you put it on the shelf? Do you mark it anyway? Or you just throw it on the shelf and you play it when you play it? Let us know in the comments below how your process is. Do you have a gaming room, or do you have a gaming closet, or do you just have a shelf in your living room? Let us know. You do not need all of this space to play games. You can play games anywhere. You don't have to have 600 games. Sometimes it is a little daunting to have so many games. But yeah, this is just a project that we'll also keep you guys up to date on. We're talking about maybe doing a month of what we've played and more frequent videos of just keeping you guys up to date and seeing how this Purge project is going to go on and how it's going. But yeah, I'm really excited about this because I really wanted to get into the games that I have right here. And there's always games coming out. That's nice. I've definitely redefined how I acquire games. I've been acquiring less games because of my tastes and particular things that I enjoy about gaming. But yeah, so I'm excited to go ahead and figure out my game room. So when I can say I don't have any shelf of shame, I don't have any games that I don't know about on my shelf. And then when a new game comes in, that game can be played or moved along to somebody else that might want it as a gift. Yeah, it'll be a very satisfying experience when I could be like, all the games in my game room have been played. Nothing is in plastic wrap, and I know I want to keep it, or I know I want to move it along. And we even have a little, cart in our garage that we put all our games that are going to be for trade and that are going to any Board Game Bazaar events to be sold for. But yeah, so again, this is our Purge project. I hope you all are excited. Again, let us know in the comments about your Purge project experiences. That would be exciting to know. Maybe some tips as we get on through all this. But yeah, well, without further ado, we'll see you guys later. Toodles!